A walk through the streets of modern Vilnius reveals a vibrant 21st-century European capital, filled with modern architecture and busy people. But if we pull up the national data for first names in Lithuania today, a specific historical pattern emerges. Looking at the forebears database, the 16th most popular name is Algirdas, held by nearly 28,000 people. Right behind it at 17 is Kęstutis. These aren't the names of modern politicians, athletes, or pop stars. Algirdas and Kęstutis were polytheistic brothers who ruled the region over 700 years ago. Surviving in the cultural memory of a nation for 7 centuries requires a specific type of geopolitical success. To understand why those names are still everywhere today, we have to look at exactly what these two brothers did to secure a legacy that outlasted their medieval empire. In 1341, the Grand Duke of Lithuania, Gediminas, died. He left control of the capital to his youngest son, Jaunutis, creating a sudden and dangerous power vacuum. This historical map of northern and eastern Europe shows the severity of the problem. You can see the Lithuanian territory wedged directly between hostile competitors, with Poland to the west and the Moscow Principality to the east. To the northwest, the Teutonic Order, a heavily militarized Catholic religious order, was actively pushing into Lithuanian borders, and their southern and eastern flanks were exposed to the Golden Horde, the remnants of the Mongol Empire looking for further territorial control. Surrounded by heavily armed neighbors on 4 distinct fronts, Jaunutis lacked the military experience to hold the borders. The state was heavily fractured and highly vulnerable to a coordinated collapse. 4 years into this crisis, Jaunutis was violently removed. His older brothers, Algirdas and Kęstutis, drove him out of the capital in 1345 and successfully seized control of the entire government. Instead of fighting each other for sole control, the brothers established a highly efficient system of co-rule to manage the external threats simultaneously. Kęstutis acted as the defensive shield. He stationed himself on the western border, dedicating his military forces entirely to holding off the Teutonic Order and the Polish forces. With the western flank secured, Algirdas became the sword. He directed his attention outward, launching aggressive campaigns into the Slavic lands of the former Kievan Rus. Splitting the geopolitical burden allowed their armies to operate with singular focus on respective fronts, immediately stabilizing the crumbling borders. This animated map tracks Algirdas's forces pushing south and east, cutting through the Golden Horde until Lithuanian borders reached the Black Sea. He then drove east, expanding deep into Slavic lands, stalling just 80 kilometers outside Moscow. His territorial acquisitions were so vast that the opposing Livonian chronicles officially dropped his title of duke, recording him instead as the King of Lithuania. Over 32 years of joint rule, the brothers took a failing, surrounded duchy and expanded it into a massive transcontinental empire capable of defending itself against the medieval superpowers of the era. Algirdas ruled until his death in 1377. His tenure transformed a highly vulnerable target into an empire stretching from the Baltic to the Black Sea. Physical geography is entirely temporary. The borders Algirdas fought to establish eventually dissolved, redrawn by centuries of subsequent European conflicts. But the cultural imprint remains mathematically visible. Today, 1 in every 107 Lithuanian men carries the name of a 14th century ruler. He and his brother kept their state from being absorbed by their neighbors. That survival secured an independent cultural identity that modern Lithuanians still actively carry with them.